Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I just wanted to go through a couple things. With my last ride, I had people ask how I made 225 horsepower from my 2021 Polaris Pro XP. And I just want to say how simple it was. Now maybe give or take a couple horsepower here or there, up or down. But all I did to make the horsepower was I had the dealership remap the computer. I had an Alpha system put in, a larger intake and tube put on it. I had a charge tube put on it, and a stage 5 Trinity exhaust put on it. I put a blow-off valve on it as well. Now, yes, you know, if you're getting those exact things that I had, it probably would be more than $1,000 to do, but it does bring it up to about 225 horsepower. And if you don't believe me, you can just look into it yourself. Just Google it, and so many people have done it. But it's very easy, 225 horsepower. Now I'll go through a few other things I did too to get the extra height and stuff. I have spent a ton of money on this machine, like I said in my last video, to make it what it is. Everything from the tires, they're 32-inch tires. They're good BF Goodrich tires. And I've got some nice rims with it as well. All right, I did have the springs redone. Just trying to think which ones I had put on. But anyways, I had the springs redone from Shock Therapy. So that gives me a good suspension. So, you know, yes, they're not the same as the R springs, but they are live valve and they're the larger springs. Probably going to do the same thing because of the springs being a little more heavy duty. This thing, I did put the doors on it and the fenders on it to keep the mud out of it, and it's only a 64-inch stance. I can't drive a 72 or a 74 on the trails that I ride on, but you can look for the ORB A-arms right here. They are thick. They're probably 1.75 inches metal, and I've got a pretty good rise on the machine. So with the tires and, you know, and the arc, it's up quite a bit. It's probably up a couple inches from factory for sure. So maybe not as tall as a brand new R, but it's pretty cool. Like, it definitely much stronger than factory, and maybe stronger even than the R. I don't know, but ORB does make a nice system, and that's what I put on there. Polaris does make a great bumper. They're aftermarket bumper. That's why I put it on there. Sometimes we do a little bit of brush and stuff. Just don't want to get any damage. And I got a 6,000-pound winch on it from Polaris as well. Works well. As far as windshields, I want to talk about the windshield a little bit. I do have a full windshield for it, and I did get my wiper eventually, but it's just non-stop, steams up all the time. You go through puddles and whatnot, and the floor, it just it steams up on the inside. I'm wiping it on the inside. I hate it. So I mean, I know some people love windshields in drier places and stuff. Probably be okay, but for the spring and the fall, just this windshield is perfect, and that is from Polaris. These are Polaris mirrors. They work good for me. It's a Polaris built-in ridge bar and a Polaris roof. And then I got the full Polaris door here. Now, the rubber stripping on here, it's tight when you close the door. I took it off on the other side, and I'm going to take it off on this side too, and the doors fit perfect. If you want a perfect seal, leave it on, but it rubs all the time. Inside this thing is like a cream puff. It's got pretty well all the options you can get from Polaris, even a stage 5 stereo. And then my trailing arms are ORB again. They're heavy duty. So when I said, you know, why buy an R, you can do all the things to a Pro, no problem at all, if you spend a little bit of money. There's my intake tube over here too. See, it's nice, all stainless steel. And my charge tube runs into that area. And then coming back here, my radius rods, again, you know, compared to just a regular Pro I'm talking, it's a lot better, you know? Like, look at the thickness of those. And then when you look at the Trinity exhaust, stage 5, it works super well with everything else I've done. And you definitely need to have that intake made larger to make all this work, to get your horsepower up. All right, so that's all I've done to the engine. And like I say, you know, $1,000, $2,000, you know, that's all you'd have to spend. Just trying to bring you up to speed with everything. I'm pretty well putting this away now. I'm bringing out the snowmobiles, so I'll be doing some snowmobile videos next, and then maybe some trailer videos after that, which trailer to buy. But it's been a fantastic machine. It works well, so much power. If you were going to ride the sand dunes and whatnot and go with a 72 or 74 inch wide machine, yeah, this is probably not the machine for you, because this is a little bit thinner, but it works well. With a live valve and suspension, it is unreal. Works really, really good. And like I said, with some new springs on it from Shock Therapy, it works well. So I hope that clears things up. I do love the R. I love the R. I'm not saying I wouldn't buy an R. It's just that I bought a Pro and I put a couple dollars into it and made it what it is. But you do have to spend a couple dollars. Not as much as I've spent, but you do need to spend a couple dollars to get it to move along a little quicker. And that's it. We'll see you next video.